Hello friends, welcome to this step-by-step SQL tutorial for data analysis and software development. In this part we are going to discuss how to create a database and table in MySQL Workbench. So we have already seen examples of using PHP MyAdmin. I have already demonstrated the use of PHP MyAdmin to create database and tables. You can simply click new here, and after clicking new you can create new databases. I have also demonstrated how we can create these databases and tables by writing queries, but for now I am going to talk about MySQL Workbench. I have already demonstrated how we can create a new connection in MySQL Workbench. So make sure that any particular server is running. If you are not sure about servers, make sure XAMPP is running, and in XAMPP go to XAMPP new, which is the new connection here. So now I am going to clear everything. Here we have a query tab here, and if the query tab is not there, you can create a new SQL tab for executing queries by using this particular option. By default, administration is selected in, or administration will be selected in your case. So you can switch to schemas here, and then you will see databases here. Right click on any particular database and set as default schema if you want to work in this database. But in this case our work is to create a new database here, and to create a new database there are many ways of doing this. So first I will give you an example where without writing any queries we can create a new database. So right click on this particular option here where it is written as create a new schema, and a plus sign with an icon of database is there. So click on this, and now it is asking for new schema. So you can give name of your new database here. Let's say hrman_db. so this is a database for HR management. And now after writing hrman_db here, click apply here, and this will give you SQL query also, create schema as hrman_db. click apply, and your new database will be created. Now we can go here and we can refresh it, and now after refreshing it you will see that our hrman_db is created. Then we can go to this database, we can click it set as default schema here, we can close this, we can go to this query window here, and when this is selected we can create a table here. So go to this tab where it is written tables could not be fetched, and then create a table. You can create table from templates also, but we will create a table from scratch here. So table name here, let's say table name is job seekers. This table is being created inside hrman_db, and leave everything as default here. And now after doing this, after writing the name of your table and keeping everything as default cat set and default collation engine as InnoDB, click on this arrow here, and now we have our column, the data type, and what type of column it is going to be. So let's say our first column is JS, that stands for job seeker. So JS_ID, this is going to be a data of integer type. It is going to be our primary key and not null, and it is also going to be automatic increment. So we have already seen examples and meaning of primary key, not null, and auto increment. I have already demonstrated how we can create primary key, not null, and auto increment columns in PHP MyAdmin, and now in this case we are doing the same in MySQL Workbench. MySQL Workbench is used by database administrators, And so knowledge of MySQL Workbench is helpful for creating databases, manipulating databases, accessing databases. Now after job ID, let's say our second column is JS underscore name. We want to store the name of job seekers. It is going to be a value of varchar 45, and let's say it is not null. Then we'll store job seeker email IDs. Again, job seeker email IDs, we can change it from 45 to 50 also. Let's say job seeker email will have maximum value of 50 characters, because email is a data of string type. It has alpha, numeric and special characters, alphabets, numeric values and special characters. It is going to be not null. And then we can say phone number also, or let's say qualification. And in qualification, let's say we are storing varchar of 50 here also. And this is also this is optional. Rid of this, apply, then apply, and then our SQL statement is executed correctly. And then you can refresh here, and you can now click on this particular arrow, and now you will see that a new table is created here. You can select rows. We don't have any data here, that's why we are viewing null values here. And we can actually double click here to enter some name. Let's say first candidate is Mohan, email is mohan@email.com, qualification is, let's say, BS. Hit enter and click apply. So you will see a statement here, insert into HRMan DB seekers values. So it has already generated a insert statement for us. Hit apply, script applied successfully, and now you can see that an ID of 1 is given to it, and our new record is inserted.